Welcome to the Bookworm Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started. Today we are doing a deep dive into a novel it's really a genre salad, but honestly in the best possible way. We're talking about Hopelessly Teavoted. The premise gives you these strong Pushing Daisies vibes, that quirky aesthetic.
Yeah, and you mix that with a cozy sort of Stars Hollow-esque setting.
Right. But then you throw in the weird, loving, but definitely macabre family dynamics of the Addams family. It's a lot, but it works.
It really does. It manages to blend these huge supernatural stakes like double debt stakes with the really mundane anxiety of, changing careers or moving back home.
It's surprisingly relatable.
It is. So our mission today is to basically follow the very tangled, magically complicated, but super sweet love story of Victoria Starnberger and Asriel Hart.
Retract their whole journey.
Exactly, chronologically, from that first misconnection 8 years ago through all the curses, the devils, and then that final magical showdown.
Okay, so let's start there. 8 years in the past, we meet Asriel Hart, a witch from this ridiculously eccentric family.
Oh, Hart Manor is a whole thing.
It's got a moaning front door, a swinging axe over the staircase, a working guillotine on the lawn.
Don't forget the cackling ghost that lives under the stairs.
Right. And Asriel is leaving all this gothic splendor to fly, like 3,000 miles away for college.
And he has one last thing to do, a really important mission. Tell Vicky, how he feels.
And he completely fails.
He bottles it so hard. He just can't make himself give her this love note he wrote before her parents' car just whisks her away.
And that one little detail tells you so much about him, doesn't it? He keeps that crumpled, weighted note in his wallet for 8 years.
And he's so ashamed of his family, the Harts of Hart Manor, who, and I love this quote, cause scenes simply by existing.
Ah, yes. So despite all this grand, showy witchery around him, he just wants to be what does the book call him? A sunshiny, strange normie.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he can't actually stop doing magic. He just does these small magics to fix the world.
It's not about summoning demons.
Yeah, no, he's like cooling down the plane cabin so everyone's comfortable, or he's magically solving a crossword for a stranger who's stuck.
So his magic is just compulsively kind.
Exactly. It's protective. It's about minimizing discomfort for other people, which is, the total opposite of his parents' spectacular chaos.
Okay, so let's fast forward to the present day. Vicky is back in Holocross.
Yep, she's fleeing a really bad breakup. The ex, Robbie, actually called her clingy.
Oof. And she's decided she's not finishing her MBA. Instead, she's going to buy the Hart family tea shop, Hopelessly Teavoted.
Which has been empty since Asriel's parents, Benedict and Persephone, died from some kind of mysterious virus.
So this is a big rebellious move for her. But it also sets up her own magical baggage.
A huge amount of baggage. See, Vicky's dealing with her own toxic parents, Maximilian and Amelie Starnberger, who the book just hilariously calls socialite sociopath.
Perfect description.
And they didn't leave her an inheritance. Oh no, they arranged a magical curse for her through a deal with the devil.
A devil-made curse that, when you first hear it, it sounds almost useful. What exactly is this power?
Okay, so she can summon the ghost of a dead person for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
But, and this is the trade-off, she has to use an object that the person loved with their whole heart. And the moment she does, that object bursts into flames. It's destroyed.
Wow. So it's the ultimate transactional curse. She gets something useful, but only by destroying something with deep emotional value.
It's so perfectly her parents, right? Value is only created through destruction or debt.
Totally. And she uses it right away.
Immediately. She summons the ghost of Kyle George, one of her dad's corporate buddies, using these gold cufflinks.
Which he loved because...
They were a gift from his mistress, of course.
Of course. And what does he tell her?
He gives her the big warning about some shady stuff happening at the town's new megachurch, the Brethren of One Love.
And that just kicks everything off. She tells her parents she's buying the shop, they cut her out of the will, and then the bill comes due.
Yep. In walks Lex, the ridiculously attractive devil in the snug pants, to collect his fee, which is...
3 souls.
And the stakes are officially set just as Asriel walks through the door.
Oh, this scene. He comes home for good. To be a high school teacher, he walks into his parents' old shop, which to him smells like strawberries and home. And there's Victoria.
His reaction is it's perfect. His first words are not, hi, or I've missed you.
Nope, it's the hell you doing in my parents' shop?
He's so thrown that he actually thinks about using illegal memory magic on her just to get a do-over. That's how deep his fear runs.
Meanwhile, Vicky is already investigating. She's talking to Azriel's sister, Priscilla.
Prissy, who is now dating Evelyn, the interim president of the Council of Witchery.
So she uses her power again, right?
Mm-hmm. She uses these skull and raven salt and pepper shakers
Oh, I love those.
to summon Benedict Hart's ghost. And he confirms it. The church is bad news. And he drops this huge hint that a greater devil is involved. And the answer is in the family grimoire.
This all leads to what should have been their first big romantic moment in the car.
Prissy's cherry red antique Packard, they lean in to kiss. And
Azriel's ring gets scalding hot.
And then bam, the ghosts of Benedict and Persephone show up again, this time anchored by a hangman's noose, which is very them.
Very on brand.
And they revealed the truth. Lex put an objectification spell on Azriel.
And the details of this spell are just agonizing.
They're so cruel. If Victoria touches Azriel's skin after Halloween,
Yeah.
he will spontaneously immolate.
He'll just burn up instantly
Yeah.
because of her.
Yeah. They're cursed to never touch. And the ghosts warn her she's now dealing with 2 devils. It's just, It's brilliant plotting. Lex didn't curse her. He cursed the thing she wants most.
Azriel.
Right. And made the punishment instantaneous immolation caused by her own touch. It's the ultimate leverage.
So, how do you even date someone you're cosmically tied to when touching them turns them to ash?
You get extremely creative. And this is where the book gets really fun and intimate. They rely on these pretend interactions.
Right. While Azriel is, starting his new teaching job and instantly hating his colleague, Chet Thornington.
Whose very presence just cancels out Azriel's little spells, like his tension tamer spell. So Azriel starts following him, suspecting he's tied to the church.
But the relationship doesn't stall. We get that scene where they dance in the library.
With Azriel in a full suit of armor and Vicky in gloves.
And then, of course, the scene, the intense sexual encounter using only gloves and snapping magic.
It's at that point they both realize, okay, these feelings are definitely not pretend anymore. They have to build intimacy on just pure intention and communication because touch is literally off the table.
Which is what makes them strong enough for the final showdown.
The showdown. Act 3. Vicky, Azriel, Priscilla, and Evelyn confront Chet at the megachurch office.
And Chet just spills everything. He made a deal, but not with Lex.
No, he went to the greater devil, Frankie. And get this. He didn't trade his own soul. He traded his father's soul.
Ugh. It's another layer of that same transactional selfish love, isn't it?
Totally. He outsourced the cost of his protection spell, which is tied to a lighter and some stolen plants from the Heart Garden, to his own dead father.
And this is where Vicky's curse becomes her greatest weapon.
It's brilliant. She realizes the lighter is the anchor for Chet's power, so she uses it to summon Chet's father's ghost.
Who immediately confesses everything, the lighter disintegrates, and Chet's protection just shatters.
And Azriel, who has spent 8 years trying to be a strange normie, finally fully embraces the Hart family chaos.
With a paperweight.
He grabs a cross-shaped paperweight, the irony, and just knocks Chet out cold. Justice, delivered by school supplies.
But Lex still shows up to collect Chet's soul.
He does. But Azriel, now totally comfortable in his own skin, insists on a fair fight. A rapier duel, so Chet knows exactly who's ending him. And Azriel wins.
So the fallout from all this is surprisingly good for them.
Yeah. Lex confirms Chet's death breaks the objectification curse. They can finally touch.
But Lex has to cause a little more chaos on his way out.
Of course! He reveals that Madame Cleopatra, the town psychic who's been in a coma, is going to wake up with genuine powers.
Which sounds good, but
It's the power to foresee the past and future, which is apparently a massive logistical headache for Priscilla and the Council of Witchery.
poor Prissy. But with the main danger gone, Azriel and Vicky finally have their moment.
They go to the Heart Library at midnight, and Azriel finally gives her the crumpled 8-year-old love letter.
The one he carried all that time.
And to make sure they never lose each other again, they perform the soul seal ritual.
This isn't just saying I love you. This is serious magic.
Oh, yeah. It's pinkish red goblets, shattering glass, and this binding vow. I sec you in my soul as a seal upon my heart.
And with that locked in, they can finally, consummate their very, very touchable relationship.
And 1 year later, everything is great. Vicky's running the shop, rocking sultry Sunday outfits with fishnets and leather.
As she should.
And Asriel is happy. He's teaching. He's babysitting Priscilla's girlfriend's baby, Milo.
Who's playing with a toy human skull.
Naturally. And Asriel has this moment where he realizes he's finally home with Victoria, and he's fully embraced the magical, messy, wonderful life his parents lived just on his own terms.
So if you look at the whole story, it's really driven by debt, isn't it? The parents'
Yeah.
deal, Chet's soul debt, Lex's collection.
Absolutely. And Asriel and Vicky ultimately use this deep, committed love the soul seal to solve a problem created entirely by selfish transactional love. Asriel had to embrace his own chaos to get the connection he always wanted.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on.
Right. What does it say about the world? That sometimes the only way to escape a really complicated generational debt, magical, emotional, whatever, is with the most binding commitment possible. It takes absolute trust to overcome a legacy built on total selfishness, something to mull over.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.